Hi guys! Hopefully you've got the book finished. We completed the book this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do, or found something that you can take away from the story that you can apply to your own life. I think there are some really great lessons we can learn in this novel, and it's just so rich with so much. So let's talk about the last couple chapters here. So Yule's dead, and we find out that Boo is the one who did it. Boo's the one who killed Bob Yule to save the children. He was the one running home with Jem that Scout saw underneath the street light. But we also learned something more about Boo. It doesn't explicitly state it in the text, but we have to infer, and we can kind of glean that maybe he has like a severe social anxiety. That's why he never comes out of his house. Maybe he's a little socially awkward, and back in this time, it wasn't uncommon for families to just like keep their weird relatives like shut up in the house so they didn't have to deal with the public's judgment on them, which is kind of another theme in our story. But regardless, Atticus wants this out in the open. He thinks Jem killed Bob Yule, and he doesn't want Jem starting his life with people whispering about him and saying, oh, he got off the hook, he didn't have to go to the trial or go to a trial because Atticus got him off. Atticus wants a fair trial for everyone. He's very lawyer-minded, so he wants this out in the open so it can just all be dealt with and put away neatly. But there's another layer to this that Hecate brings up. First, Heck knows that it was actually Boo who killed Yule, and Heck says there's no way we can bring this to a trial with Boo's shy ways. It would be like torture for Boo to sit through a trial and have all that public attention. It would kill him. It'd be awful for him. And in addition, once the community found out he saved the children, then all the women are going to want to bring him like cakes and pies and all this stuff, and it would just be torture for him to have all that social experience around him. So Heck's like, we cannot do this, and Atticus is trying to come to terms with it. When Scout shows her growth as a character, and she says, you know, Atticus, it'd kind of be like killing a mockingbird because Boo's done nothing but good for them. And so to drag him through something that would be torture would just be like killing a mockingbird. It'd be senseless. So we see some growth in Scout there. We see more growth in Scout as she walks Boo home. I love how she bends him down so he like has her arm through the crook of his arm, and he's escorting her down the sidewalk. And as she's standing on his porch, she's kind of putting all these lessons together. She says just standing on the Radley's porch was enough to see things from Boo's perspective, and she kind of recounts the different seasons they went through and what he would have seen from his front porch. So as she's standing there at the Radley house, she's putting herself in Boo's shoes and seeing what he would have saw as Atticus shot the dog, or as the kids performed their little skits about him, or things like that. And she reflects and she goes, wow, Boo gave us a watch and soap dolls and a medal and our lives, and we never gave anything back to him. So she's able to reflect and think, wow, we were so wrong about him. We were doing all these little skits and we were so afraid of him when all he did was give to us, and now she feels bad that she didn't give anything back. So huge character growth there. And then I also love how at the end she goes back and she's sitting with Atticus, and Atticus is reading one of Jem's books, The Gray Ghost, and she falls asleep. But after Atticus wakes her up and he's putting her to bed, she's trying to convince Atticus that she was really awake that whole time and listening to the story, and she's talking about how in The Gray Ghost, this other novel that Atticus picked up of Jem's, that there's a character in there and everybody was after him, but in the end they shouldn't have been because he was actually a good guy. And Atticus goes, yeah, most people are good when you get to know them. And so even in that little nugget, we've got more support for the theme that Harper Lee's trying to instill in us here, that if you just stand in a person's shoes, you can see things from their point of view and realize there's a lot more to them than what you originally thought. And certainly that's something we can all apply to our own lives. We can all be better about thinking about things from other people's perspective and judging people less. So I hope you can at least take that away. See how novels can make us better people? I think it's just so amazing. So you guys have a couple assignments. One of them is your embedded assessment, where you're going to be writing me an essay. So look through that. Really spend some time on that. It's a big chunk this week. So let me know if you need any help. I'm here to help you guys. I'm just an email, a phone call, or away, or I'm at U-High too. So come see me if you need to. And then next week we'll get started on some new stuff. All right? Take care.